When us bargain-loving Brits head for Spain, we tend to pack the lot. Sunglasses, budgie smugglers and bikinis. And of course, our unicorns. But one thing we rarely bring is much local lingo.
Hola.
Hola.
Gracias.
Por favor.
Sí.
That's your lot up to now. But I've been learning it for 5 or 6 years.
But there are a few phrases we wouldn't be without.
Pinche por favor.
La botella of vino blanco.
Cerveza.
Oh, delphin means dolphin.
OK. But there's one thing almost every budget-conscious Brit knows how to say. Can we have the bill, please?
Quinta, bill.
La cuenta por favor.
La cuenta por favor. I think I've watched an old Western.
OK. That's why there'll always be bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up, opening his second bar in a fortnight is stressful for Vince.
I got a chef that don't want to cook.
A motorhome refurb is in a bit of a mess.
A chippy would have got that perfect, but I'm not a chippy.
And no fear, the horse rescuer's here.
With any luck, she'll relax and decide that she's come home, as she has.
We've all thought it. Wouldn't it be great to have a nice little bar in Spain, sit back and let the tourist cash flow in? And with 6 billion pints sold here a year, it sounds pretty simple. But with almost 50,000 bars in the Costa del Sol alone, making it work is the hardest game of the lot. So, when call centre entrepreneur Vincent Neal came to Spain, owning a bar hadn't even occurred to him.
In my head, I had this idea that I wanted to open a call centre or a branch of my call centre in Spain, but I didn't want to have all the day-to-day runnings, and I thought, OK, I'm going to buy a bar, so that's how it happened.
Oh, right. But decision made, he's not hung around and somehow refurbed and opened his Estepona bar in a week, but not without some major traumas.
Is this ready to go up the shelving? It's not gone to plan. Well, for me, it's been a nightmare. Was a barrel delivered today? No.
But in the end, it's been worth it.
I think this is going to give me the life I want to lead, so it's all good. It really is all good.
For most people, that would be enough, but not our Vince. Oh, no. He's been bitten by the bug. New plan, a second bar, this time up the road in Torremolinos, called Tipples.
I mean, it's a wonderful little British bar. You go there for your full English breakfast.
But Vince won't be running this one. He's bought it as an investment and 3 weeks ago brought out one of his call centre employees, Courtney, and her fella Michael to run it.
That's lovely. It's nice to have palm trees outside our bar. Just look at them every day. Feel like you're in like a beach kind of place because the bar's very beachy. So.
Suits it.
Huh?
Suits it, doesn't it?
They are so excited about this. They've spent the last week just cleaning non-stop, day and night.
For these two who've never run a bar or lived abroad, this is a step into the unknown.
I'm excited, yeah. Yeah, really excited. I haven't really had much time to think about any of it, to be honest. It's been non-stop.
Nervous, definitely. I've never done anything like this before, so. I think it's going to be a test on our relationship because we're going to be with each other 24/7, but I think it's going to be fine, personally. Hopefully.
The lure of starting a sunshine dream life with his girlfriend Courtney is so strong for Michael, he's turned his back on his career.
I was an engineer back home, so I was doing generally a 9 till 5. It had been 9 years since I left school and I'd worked and lived in the same area. So to be able to get out, see a little bit of a different country, different cultures, just, that's, you know, you can't put a price on that, can you?
Courtney and Michael will run the bar on their own and keep half the profits. That's if there are any.
It's very hard to make it in Spain, very hard.
We always have bets on which businesses are going to fail each year.
I would have just drank the profits and I wouldn't have been able to stay here for 15 years if I ran a bar.
People think you have an easy life, you don't. You can be working 10, 12, 15 hours some days.
And today, boss Vince has come to visit his new managers, who have been at it 24/7. But the constant work has taken its toll on Courtney.
What's up with Courtney? Where is she?
She's not feeling very well today.
Oops, Vince isn't happy.
We've had a couple of late nights and everything. I know Courtney's tired, but this ain't a holiday, you know? You know, it's great. Yeah, I work in Spain. I've got a bar in Spain. It's probably going to be the hardest thing both of you have ever done in your life. You know, I'm asking myself, where's Courtney? This was the day where we could bang our heads together. So, yeah, I'm a little more than miffed with her. It's all the plates and that you got.
Yeah.
You know, it's no good us planning something and Michael goes home to Courtney. She said, well, I don't like that, I don't like that. Well, she should have been there. I just hope Courtney's not let herself in for more than she should.
Fine. It's an adjustment period.
It is.
All. Yeah, yeah. She'll be fine. Don't worry, Vince.
I won't worry. I won't worry. If you're on the case, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But Vince is about to drop a bombshell.
Whatever it takes, whatever you need, I'll do it. It's just got to be open on Friday. The longer this place is closed, you know, it's just costing us money. You know, we've got 3 days. Come on then, let's get this bar open, yeah?
Yeah. Meeting went well. Obviously, I'll have a chat with Courtney. We'll do what we think works, but also what we think will work with Vince as well. You know, it's going to be a happy partnership between us all.
For Vince, it's a test to see if his decision to trust 2 novices will pay off.
You know, I hope they're the right people for the bar, but, you know, if they're not, look, I'll find somebody who is.
Oof, Vince, you're a tough boss. Give him a chance. Down the coast at Camping Cabo Pino, there's a few more people about to embark on a new chapter in their lives. Cockney pensioner and motorhome maverick Victor has made the big decision to sell the RV he's called home for 18 years.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's my home. And it needs restoration. And the problem is, I love it so much and I haven't got the money to spend on it to restore it.
Victor's late son bought him the camper, so he's worked hard to find buyers who will love it just as much as he has. Today is handover day.
Just wait for him now to turn up and give him the keys, and that's the end of that.
Aaron and Nicole are the proud new owners of the Columbus.
Hello, mate. Hello, darling. It's all ready for you. Thing is, there's no sadness, really. It's just knowing that it's going to be restored and how much happiness it's going to give other people.
To help Aaron and Nicole, Victor has come up with a plan. Pay the site fees and try the van out for 2 months. Then, if they like it, buy the van for 10 grand in monthly instalments.
Me and Aaron are quite spontaneous people, so we'll like go and
see something and then we just...
Yeah, we just go, yeah, let's do it.
And then worry about it after.
Yeah.
But the camper, really, that wasn't really a spontaneous decision. I mean, what it was, but it was a good one, wasn't it?
That's the main key that's the front door key.
Okay.
Okay? And this one does all the compartments under the vehicle.
Okay.
The rest of them, I'll be honest, over the years, I've got no idea, really.
All right, perfect, thank you.
You happy about that, my dear?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, same. I'm just excited to get in and start doing work on it. Spend a couple of months here doing it all up and then off we go, I guess.
Yeah, a little project.
Yeah. Isn't it? We want to start up a fitness boot camp, like beach boot camp, so we're going to do it from this, going places from month to month, eventually long term.
Beauty salon receptionist Nicole and admin assistant Aaron have pooled their savings and hope to use the cash to refurb the RV before heading off to get the world fit.
I'm happy to live in this forever. Well, I say that, I've not lived in it yet, but I think I'll be happy to live in it forever.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Yeah.
While Aaron and Nicole check out their new portable pad, Victor is moving into the monster motorhome his millionaire mate has lent him for the summer.
I prefer my camper to this. My one's built as a home, a lot more comfortable. There's no place you can actually lay around. There's no couches. This is the couch, look, I mean, it's a bit like laying down on an aeroplane seat. You know, it's impossible to get comfortable, really.
But it is free, Victor, and one of you at least looks pretty comfy.
He's already made himself at home, you see. Ain't you, Nanu? You a good boy? He's a funny little boy.
He's not the only one.
Oh, dear.
There's plenty to see and do on the 100-mile coastline of the Costa del Sol, and us Brits absolutely love it all.
I would have to say the 3 best things about the Costa del Sol would be the sun, the cocktails and the tapas.
I love walking along the promenade.
I like wine.
Sangria. We like to people watch, look out to the sea, so it's quite interesting.
I do like a cordless drill.
Ooh, well, I was not expecting that, Sandy. But there's one thing we love the most, our animals.
We have 2 dogs, 1 big one, 1 small, and we have a rabbit and 1 cat.
The love and affection you get off an animal, they're one of the few things that don't actually judge you for who you are. As long as you're good to them, they'll always return it.
But some animals in Spain are not as well treated, and that's why many Brits roll up their sleeves and get involved with animal rescue missions. People like Jill Newman-Rogers, who's lived in Spain on and off since the 70s.
So about 8 or 9 years ago, friends and myself, we began to realise just basically how some of the horses have been so ill-treated, abandoned. So we decided to set up our own charity to rescue abandoned horses. We don't have animal rescue societies like the RSPCA here, so we depend entirely on people like us who are private charities.
Jill and her team rescue, rehabilitate and try to rehome every horse in need.
Because the police ring and say, we've rescued all these horses, would you send a lorry to fetch them? And what are you going to say? No? You can't say no.
And that's why today they're racing up the coast to rescue a horse the police found abandoned by the road.
The horse that we're going to be seeing today is another horse that nobody wants, probably doesn't even have a name, and I find that so sad that it hasn't meant anything to anybody. It's just been an object.
When they arrive, Spanish vet Rocío and Jill are alarmed.
Basically, the foot should have been cut back many times and it hasn't, and it's all inflamed, which is why she can't walk, and why she tries to walk on her back legs, because the front ones are so painful.
She has a condition called laminitis, where the hoof grows out of control and, if not treated in time, can be fatal.
Do you mind? Are you going to bring all the flies with you? Come on, let's go down to the lorry.
The big plan is to get her back to the rescue centre to try and reverse years of neglect. Then, hopefully, find her a new safe home.
She's a beautiful horse. She's sweating already, so she's nervous. And she's hot, but her feet are really, really bad. So if we can sort her feet, it will be great. It would be very sad if we couldn't, because we might have to put her down, but the vet seems to be reasonably optimistic.
Back at the ranch, it's time to meet her new horse mates and settle into her paddock.
This horse doesn't seem like she's eaten for quite a long time. She's just hoovering the food up, and it's great to have her here. She seems very happy. So we'll start to work on her feet next week when she's relaxed properly and when she's feeling better. So no, I think with any luck she'll go to bed, lie down, relax and decide that she's come home, as she has.
And relaxing is what you'd expect all us Brits living on the Costa campsites to be doing. But you'd be wrong. They're a hotbed of home improvements.
I made the fireplace myself. That was €14. The fire was €100. The rest of it is recycled floorboards.
It wasn't like this when we bought it. It was fixed furniture. And I asked my husband to rip it all out. And he got the shock of his life, but he did. Then he said, "Is that it?" I said, "No."
The kitchen was typically Spanish, so that was one of the first jobs that we wanted to do here, and ended up with this kitchen that we don't actually use because we cook outside.
But it's delightful, Lynn. And the latest couple to embark on a mobile mansion modernisation project are Nicole and Aaron. 2 weeks ago, they moved out of their parents' nearby Spanish houses and into Victor's old RV. And with Aaron's work all online, he's got plenty of daylight on his hands to refurb the van.
So yeah, as you can see, we've made a few modifications or a few changes.
A few?
So we've ripped out the sofa, we've ripped out all of the bad bits now that we don't need in here, and it's obviously ready for the new stuff.
It's all part of their bold plan to refurb the van in just 4 weeks.
The vision that we have is doing it up, making it look pretty, and then travelling as much as we can, just trying to see it everywhere.
But as novice builders, Aaron and Nicole have made a few mistakes.
I mean, I've damaged it on a few sections. If you look here, there's a few little dips out of it and stuff like that. But again, that's nothing. If we did want to, we could refill it. But majority of the countries that we're going to are warm anyway, so we shouldn't have an issue.
You should still probably fix it.
Oh dear.
Since selling them the RV 2 weeks ago, Victor hasn't been back inside, but he's just arrived outside.
Oh, good timing, sir.
Aren't you all looking good here? But not as good as me.
We've got the pot.
Look in there, big
Oh, don't look in now. Looking on Sunday. Sunday,
no,
we've got the whole thing's being replied on Sunday.
You enjoying it? That's the main thing.
We're loving it.
Well, there
yeah.
you go.
Wicked experience.
I was hoping you were going to say, I don't want it, because then I'd have said, that's all right, I'll come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Unfortunately, We love it.
Good.
I know Victor was very keen on keeping certain things the same.
Yeah.
He's definitely finding it hard to let go of the camper. I spoke to him a few times, and he's, you know, he's feeling a little bit down about it and stuff. But it is what it is. It's in good hands.
Anyway, I ain't seen no hackers yet. I want some money.
Yeah, whatever.
Money talks all languages. It's just that I'm a poor person.
I'll shake your hand.
Ciao, bello.
Ciao, bello.
I'm going to buy a decent camper. See you later.
Back inside, the two DIY rookies get to grips with full-scale ripping out, with no shoes, gloves or masks. Someone call the health and safety.
Yeah, it's really dusty.
That's so dusty. So we knew what to expect, but actually us doing it, I feel like we've struggled a little bit with knowing exactly what to do.
I can see. Not sure bare feet and sharp blades are part of the DIY manual.
Once it gets a split, it's quite easy, look. Oh, sorry. Ow. That's another thing, how much I've cut myself bleeding now, look. Loads. Arms. Everything.
Surprise, surprise. I'm beginning to think Aaron's plan of doing this all up in a month might be a tad ambitious.
Okay, I'm not having the dolphin now.
There's just so many things to do. That's the thing, we keep doing.
That would be a good
A
thing.
little bit of something, and then like, oh, I've got to do that, and then there's just forget. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of things that we've got to finish, isn't there?
Aaron wants to do it in a month. I think we'll do it in 2 months. Just being realistic, just because there's so much to do.
You do know that's a drill, not a hammer, don't you, Aaron? Back in Torremolinos, whilst Brits booze, bask and burn on the beachfront, at Tipple's Bar, Courtney is back. And she and Michael, with the help of Fix-It man Sean, are also DIYing in full bar refresh mode. With boss Vince expecting them to open in 2 days, it's all hands to the pump.
We have stayed here late every day. We're working as hard as we can, so it's all we can do. I'm sure he'll understand if not everything's complete by the time he gets in.
It's so sweaty. Can't escape it, man. The main thing is the painting. Once Sean's done in there, we'll have a better picture. We're almost done with the kitchen, so it'll shape up quite quickly, I think.
But the 16-hour days in 30-degree heat are taking their toll.
We're going to have to wash all these again.
Really?
Yeah, because I just sprayed all up here.
I could have taken them out before you did that.
Well...
I washed all of that yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, you should have thought that we had to do all of this. That's just stupid. Don't wash everything. That's like the last thing you do. Clearly.
Clearly. Over the next 48 hours, Michael and Courtney transform the bar. It's stocked and painted, and every nook and cranny has felt the force of disinfectant. But there's one thing they have overlooked: plates. Luckily, the local wholesaler is open late.
So these match our other plates, do you think?
Wait, hold on. Almost.
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 Oh, not really then.
How many did you get? 9?
Yeah.
Right, so we got...
These are nicer.
We've just got 2 odds, so 9, 8, and
They're
then...
not the same at all.
No, they're not.
Should have taken a picture.
They're not even square, really, are they?
No, they're not. But it's too late now. It's 9:30 p.m. and Vince is due for breakfast in less than 12 hours' time.
We've had to cram a lot into a short space of time, but we've done it, I think.
Yeah, we've managed it.
So, yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be a breeze. I'm so tired.
It's a new day, and in Aljorin El Grande, Jill and the team are preparing for a remarkably dangerous but vital procedure, treating the infected hooves of the abandoned horse, who they've named Rihanna.
Good girl.
Luckily, a generous local Brit has volunteered to pick up the extra cost of Rihanna's expensive treatment.
The prognosis on Rihanna isn't great. It's 50-50 at the moment, which is very sad because she's a beautiful horse. She had a very sharp stone growing actually into the bone and goes down the leg. So that's the stone. It'd obviously been there for years. And of course, because she couldn't stand on that foot because of the pain, she's been putting all the weight on the other foot for years. So effectively now they're both very, very infected, very inflamed.
It means a lengthy and expensive recovery, with daily antibiotics and hoof cleaning.
But she has a lovely nature. Everybody adores her. And so we're really going to fight for her because she's fighting.
So for student vet Ada and horse handler Hannah, it's going to feel like an actual fight cleaning out the infection.
I'll leave this to the young people. They're more agile at getting out of the way.
We have to get the dirt out before we put the antibiotic cream in, and we put like a poultice on it to draw it out. That's basically flesh in there. Quite painful for her. Let's just get as much in as possible. So I'm just, she's getting a bit sore now on the other foot, so I'm going to put the boot on best I can.
The boot keeps the wound clean and infection-free. But as easy as the first boot was to get on, the second is a different prospect. This could get very dangerous. Rather you than me, Hannah.
They're very powerful. She wouldn't mean to hurt you, but she's in pain, so she's going to, you know, just try and get herself out of pain by moving that leg.
I need a gum shield, don't I?
Careful.
Whoa. Good girl. Yeah, that's enough now.
Oof, this is not for the faint-hearted.
Just caught me a little bit on the cheek as she pushed her leg up, but it's okay. I'm sure she knows we're trying to help her. It's very painful for her, though. Right, that's it.
Hooray! But after all that dangerous hard work, the pain isn't over for Hannah.
Can we walk around a minute? Yeah, without the rope down.
Ooh, I felt that.
Don't worry about me this
Did she get you?
No. Metal bit off the rope.
Oh, the end of the rope.
For now, Rihanna's treatment will continue until the farrier and the vet come and check on her hooves in a week's time. Just a quick stroll inland from the fancy harbour at Cabo Pino, Aaron and Nicole's month-long refurb of the RV is behind schedule. After 3 weeks, they've realised they need to call in the campsite cavalry, in the shape of handyman resident and mate, Graham.
With having Graham here, once I've got a bit of direction, if he just says, right, do that, I'll get on with it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's why I've not been doing that much of my own, because I'm standing there going, kind of completely lost for what to do, because there's so much of it. Do you know what
You're
I mean?
not married, are you?
Pardon?
You're not married?
No.
No, you see, you're not used to having a boss.
No, that's what it is.
You
yeah.
need a wife to tell you what to do. Basically, you've got to remember that it's not a structural house, like a house. You can't just go at it with a sledgehammer and rip it all out and knock it down.
That isn't meant to happen.
Oops. And folks, please do not try anything Aaron does at home.
It's actually not too bad. Oh, I whacked my knee there. Oh, look, I did whack my knee. Quite hard as well.
One thing I forgot to ask you, Aaron, are you a mechanic?
No.
Are you a carpenter?
I'm nothing.
You're not a plumber, electrician,
no.
nothing?
I actually studied TV and film production.
Oh, that explains everything. So what does the expert think of Aaron's plans?
I can't judge how long the whole thing would take. It's such a big project, and I don't really think that Aaron knows how big a project it is. If one person was working on it constantly, I think you're looking at 3-4 months hard work.
Despite Graham's expert opinion, Aaron still feels he's still sort of on target.
We're not that far from going, really. I mean, we've probably got, if we do it at the pace that we've been doing it now, I think another month.
Really? Over the next 2 weeks, they make progress. Slow progress, but it's moving on, and somehow Aaron still has all his fingers and toes.
It's probably not a good idea to be using power tools with no shoes on, but we've done it the old time, haven't we? Is it on?
Oh, I can't watch. No, mate, no, just stop, please.
Go away, silly. I'm not perfect, I am making mistakes, but, you know, a chippy would have got that perfect. But I'm not a chippy, so it doesn't really matter. And like I said before, it's subwalling. Oh, I've cut my foot, look.
That's another one to add to the list.
I remember I claw hammered into my knee?
Yeah.
I went down to the bone in the end, and now it's like a big raised bump. It's not infected there, because I used all stuff on it. Cut there, look.
Oh, Aaron.
Cut on my foot, cut my hands. Got loads of cuts on my hands there.
I'm wondering if you two are really cut out for this kind of work.
Yeah, our plans have changed massively from what our original plans were, because obviously our original plans were that we get it done in 4 weeks and we go.
We haven't got a date in mind for when we're actually going to set off, because I think it's pretty impossible to put a date on it right now.
I'd say, Nicole. Unlike those two, many Brits on the Costa del Sol have plenty of spare time to relax or maybe take a spot of light exercise in the sun. And what could be more relaxing than a round of golf? With a football? Welcome to the newest craze on the Costa, foot golf.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's golf, but with footballs and big holes. Simple. And London-born Fernando, who works in finance here in Estepona, is obsessed with the sport he took up 4 years ago.
I can probably say I'm addicted to foot golf. And the wife and kids will probably tell you that as well. The dream is to hopefully, in the near future, to be able to work in foot golf somehow as a full-time job.
Fernando's turned his hobby into an earner, charging €20 a round, a quarter of the cost of normal golf in Spain. But today, he's put on a free team tournament, pulling some new faces like Dean.
I've not played foot golf before, but I'm hoping my experience in football will help me tonight, and being paired up with Fernando will be a big help.
He's not the only newbie. Jeff here is a total novice.
Well, it's a combination of football and golf, neither of which I've played, but I'm keen.
That's the spirit, Jeff. And with everyone chucking a fiver into the prize pot, there's plenty to play for. But surprisingly, it's expert Fernando letting Dean down. 4!
No. That's a bit too far up.
Extra legs, that one,
I've left it a little bit hard for you there, mate. It's going to go right down the hill. Everybody's got it next to the hole. And I've got the worst shot. Mine's behind the tree over there.
But as the game goes on, their rivals begin to fall by the wayside.
Oh, and the windows!
Oh.
Well, yes, we've taken 2 shots to get actually further away from where we were.
Oh, that's embarrassing. But novice Jeff seems to be getting the hang of it.
Look at this, great shot. What a shot. It might stay. Unlucky.
Oh no, where's this one headed? Back past Jeff for 1. Oh, it's a nightmare.
I've thoroughly enjoyed my first game of soccer ball. Golf ball. Golf ball. No, what's it called? Sorry, what's it called?
Foot golf.
Golf ball.
Foot golf.
Foot golf. Foot golf. Yeah. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed my game of golf ball.
Oh, give it up, Jeff. And with their rivals ending up in trees, Dean and Fernando move ahead of the teams in their group.
Oh! I like your work! Entertainment value is absolute quality.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So we've got Scott and Alex with a magnificent score of 29, first place.
And who got second place?
Dean and myself.
Thank you very
There you
much.
go, Dean, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. €30. Thank you very much. Fantastic for my first time at football golf. It was great. First thing I've ever won.
But it's not about winning tonight for Fernando.
It went perfect. It went really good. Had a really good turnout, more than I expected. A lot of new faces, some of which I've never seen before, and hopefully they'll come back and play. How far off I am turning into a full-time job? I think another 3 to 5 years. There's still some way to go. It's the foot golf.
Cheers. A quick gallop up the coast and a ride through the hills to Arch Horse Rescue. Charity boss Jill is waiting for an expert opinion on Rihanna's infected hooves after 5 weeks of intensive antibiotic treatment.
Yeah, the smell is very much better. But when she first came, the infection was just horrendous. But maybe we're getting there. What do you think, gorgeous? What do you think?
The answer to that question is in the hands of Spanish vet Rocio and British farrier Harwill.
So what are we going to do with it?
I want to cut the heels.
Okay. Yep.
We evaluate the abscess inside.
Yep.
Due to neglect, Rihanna's overgrown hooves have caused potentially fatal problems.
In really bad cases, like this one, what can happen is the bone can actually rotate and push down through the sole. It's like having a broken leg and being asked to stand on it. The pain's immense.
By filing back the hooves and cleaning out the wound, Harwill can assess how bad the situation is.
Do you think it's a little bit better?
No, I think she looks very similar to when I first saw her, to be honest. I don't think there's been a lot of improvement in her gait or the way she's walking. But with the foot, like considering what her feet were like when she came, they're a lot better.
And the infection?
And the infection, well, there's nothing oozing out of it like there was last time.
No.
With vet Rothio agreeing with Harwell's assessment, it's not great news for Rihanna. The plan is to keep treating the infection before an X-ray in 10 days' time will decide her fate.
We just hope we get the infection out. Hopefully the X-rays will say, well, OK, it hasn't gone into the bone, it's still bad, but it hasn't gone into the bone, in which case we can keep working on it. But the bone infections are what you really, really fear. You really can't amputate a horse's foot.
Despite the odds, Jill is full of hope.
The absolute perfect solution would be that she comes through this in the next 3 or 4 months, and say in 6 months we can send her off to a lovely home. That's utopia. I don't know that it's going to happen, but we can only hope.
Back on the coast, the sun is rising over another beautiful Costa del Sol morning. A perfect time to open a new British breakfast bar, unless you're Michael and Courtney. Oh no! After all that work, the bar has flooded overnight.
So much more to do this morning, and this has now taken up all my time, so if it's not done, then we're good.
And to add to that, owner and boss Vince has arrived to oversee the opening and be their first customer.
Good morning. How are you?
Not great. One of the tubes on the cooler has burst or come off or something in the night and flooded the whole place.
Which pipe?
This one here. That one. That was that connection come loose, so it's really done it. All the paint on those shelves.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, so that was all soft metal, all flooded here, all flooded down here, outside, the kitchen.
It's a setback, but Vince still wants the bar open.
So we'll be open tonight, definitely. That's happening. The kitchen will be reopened in the morning as well.
We're not having a breakfast today.
Afraid not.
I got a chef that don't want to cook.
I do want to cook, but not like this. I'm not rushing it. I'm getting it right. Right, not rushed.
It's a bit of bacon, a bit of sausage, a couple of eggs and some beans.
Yeah.
With Michael and Courtney refusing to open and Vince's temper fraying, Fix-It man Sean handily arrives just in time to play peacemaker.
What's going on, Michael? Huh? Why would you say you're not cooking breakfast?
Yeah, I just said the kitchen was shut today.
Why?
Because I can't...
It's opening day.
Yeah, I know it's opening day.
To me, it was easily manageable. It's just water on the floor. You get a mop and a bucket and you mop it up and you crack on.
There's nothing wrong with the kitchen. You've got to open. You know, things like this happen and you've got to open.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get the game on, you know. You come on, Michael, you can do this.
But Courtney has different ideas.
You're not cooking? You're not cooking? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't want to. So you're not.
Well, I'll probably open up a shower anyway.
I fully believe I've pushed them way too hard this week. You know they hate me.
Oh, come on, Vince, give him a break.
All right, Mike, so we're not going to open, but could we go through the scenario of no pressure, take as much time as you want, just making 2 simple breakfasts?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go have a shower first.
Okay, you're going to go have a shower?
Yeah, because I haven't showered in like 2 days.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you don't want to, There may be cockroaches in your breakfast, if that's all right.
A quick shower and a change, and Michael starts to cook.
Nothing simple, Vince.
This was supposed to be simple.
Nothing simple.
Mine was a headache.
You take on too much.
Yes, we're an hour or 2 hours behind where we want to be. So, yeah, I've forced him to do this, but I think he needed force.
This morning has been the most stressful morning I think I've ever had today. It was just stressful getting your head around it.
But half an hour later...
Oh, my God, breakfast is served. Even the chef brings it out as well.
Vince is the fussiest person when it comes to English breakfast. The fussiest. Sausages, bacon, it needs to all be on point.
Looks good to me, but I'll eat anything.
I could talk to the chef. I have one thing to say about breakfast. It's absolutely fantastic.
My pleasure.
That was lovely, that.
This is a winner. These sausages are amazing.
Yeah.
Did you even have a hash brown?
Yeah, you had 2.
And the bacon is excellent. Really good breakfast.
So, I had a small one, and that's perfect.
Yeah?
Absolutely perfect.
Cue the uplifting music.
I know he's not just saying it either, you know, to make us feel better. I know he cleared his whole plate. Sean loved it as well, so yeah, chuffed to bits.
Yeah, really pleased, really relieved at how it's all turned out. Yeah, it's a black cloud gone from my head, so yeah, I'm looking forward to cooking myself some lunch later, actually.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of him. If he can put out a breakfast like that every time, I think we're going to do really well.
Their most stressful week ever is over.
I feel a little bit guilty the way I've pushed them, you know. I don't think I'm their best friend anymore this week, but I hope he's feeling now I can do this.
I haven't forgiven Vince yet, no. Michael was close to saying, I'm going home this morning, and he's not like that now, so I think, you know, it's just all in the heat at the moment, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have doubted them. But I'm not going to say sorry for pushing them this week.
With the bar open and the new sign in place, Michael and Courtney are finally in business.
All that hard work?
Yeah. You know, well,
feeling a bit more
yeah, a bit
relaxed
more relaxed
now?
Yeah. Ti amo.
Ti amo.
Oh, that's Spanish for I love you, by the way. While holidaymakers bask on the beach, 20 miles inland at the horse rescue, Jill is waiting to see what an X-ray can tell her about Rihanna's infected hooves.
We've got the whole team here this morning. We all want to find out what's going to happen with Rihanna. My heart's in my mouth, I don't know. It's either a question of can we save her or do we have to have her put down? That will have to be decided today. I'm feeling very nervous because we all love her and we just hope that we can do something for her. She's actually walking a lot better this morning, but maybe that's just today. We'll see.
There's only one way to tell, and that is by X-raying her hooves.
This is the OAP's department. It's like the cricket match.
Time for the verdict.
So when the horse has laminitis, this coffin bone rotate and basically move this way. And now she's loading like this.
Walking on her toes.
Yeah. Because she has been like this for so long, this tip of the bone has been remodeling. It's dissolving.
It's rotting, effectively.
Yeah, it's rotten bone.
That's why it smells.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
no.
With the bone worn away and still infected, it's the worst possible news.
we can help a little bit, but not stop the pain.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I think the decision is, yeah. We tried.
Yeah.
Suggest we do it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
For Jill, who has spent every day with Rihanna since she arrived a month ago, having to have her put down is all too much.
So we'll have to say goodbye. It's sad because she's so young and she's such a beautiful horse. But decision's been taken. But as I say, it's what we do, so we cry and we carry on. It's sad. It's going to be an awful morning, isn't it?
With the decision made, it's time to say goodbye.
They just maltreated her, abandoned her, ignored her pain for so long, but nothing could be done. What are we going to do without you, huh? What are we going to do in the mornings without you kicking up a fuss? And we'll cry a lot. Move on to the next one.
Over at Camping Cabapino, it looks like there's some better news. The Columbus has moved on.
This was it. Gone. It's gone. It's gone. Fastest cake in the West has gone. It's gone. See? Look. Here I was, one day, happy, in my little camper, having a wonderful life, and now it's all gone.
The RV has gone, but not with Aaron and Nicole. It's on a piece of private land just nearby.
Well, I can't believe it. He stripped it out completely. Look at the damage that was done. He had good intentions, but he wasn't professional enough, really. Unfortunately, Aaron and his girlfriend, they broke up, so he went back to England, leaving me with the camper unfinished and in a terrible state. 20 years of lovely, really good history wiped out in 2 months.
But Aaron, now back home in Devon, disagrees. He decided to leave the van because he felt uneasy about some of the deal.
I don't feel like I've let Victor down at all, no. Part of the original agreement was that the vehicle would be MOT'd for us prior to us taking it off the site, which ended up him not being able to do. I probably would have ended up bringing the van back to the UK and us paying for it if we could have signed it into our name, but because we couldn't, kind of just shook hands and washed my hands with it and walked away.
Fortunately, a friend of mine then took over. He paid the campsite fees and gave me an extra 1,500 quid towards a new wagon. So he ended up buying my wagon for 3,000, which was a really good deal for him. It's a good deal for me in the sense that it's allowed me to move on.
With no contract or paper trail, Victor and Aaron continue to disagree. Aaron says he has paid to have the van put back to how it was. Victor says he hasn't seen a penny. I'm not sure anyone really knows what's going on, but they have at least decided to move on.
He thinks I was in the wrong, and I think he was in the wrong for certain things as well. So, you know, I think we'll probably never see eye to eye on the whole situation.
What's the point when it's my fault for allowing him to take this vehicle on board and not taking a deposit or any money? So I've just stood here, really, in this vehicle with my legs open, asking him to kick me in the nuts, and that's exactly what he's done. It's a life experience. I'm learning all the time.